Hello, welcome to Vegan Business and Marketing Tips. This is a limited series podcast. So basically, it's like either a mini course or an audiobook. There are a total of 21 episodes. The way you do this course is download all the episodes and then download the workbook. I'm going to tell you a bit about that soon. And actually do the course as you listen to each episode of the podcast. Who's this for? Now, if you already run or maybe planning to start running a vegan restaurant or cafe, a food business of another kind like a cloud kitchen or a home bakery, or if you're a chef and you teach vegan cooking classes or consult with other businesses to include vegan food into their menu, this mini course is just for you. My intention with creating this limited series podcast is to make your life easier, simpler, smoother, help you get more clarity so that you're working more effectively, spending time, energy, your efforts on the right things and letting go of the things which are unnecessary, time wasters, or things that just suck your energy out. See, you're vegan and you started your business with the intention to help the vegan movement. And why are we a part of the vegan movement? It's so that animals don't suffer. We are trying to save lives, make things easier for them. Well, if you are working hard to ensure that there is no cruelty to animals, what's the point in doing it if you're going to be cruel to your own self? You should not be torturing yourself as you run this business. You should be finding joy, you should be finding it peaceful, and you should be able to go with the flow of things as you make this amazing impact that you're making with the work that you do. If you don't know me, let me tell you a little bit about myself, my vegan business journey, and why I'm qualified to be teaching you this course today. My name is Susmitha Veganosaurus. When I turned vegan more than 2 decades ago, there was nothing. There were no vegan options in India. And I've seen each product come into the market. The very first soy milk, the very first tofu. So in the initial years, I had to fend for myself. I had to learn to make a lot of the things myself. And that ignited this interest, this passion for me to cook, to bake, to make all kinds of delicious vegan foods. As I kept experimenting, as I kept trying things out, I was surprised at the amazing things one can do with plant-based ingredients, with nuts, seeds, grains, things that we already use being used in new and creative ways. So as I kept developing my vegan recipes, I was thinking, this is such a delightful way to live, a vegan life. How do I make it possible for others? How do I make things simpler for others to switch to this vegan lifestyle? So I started off a food blog in around 2007 and I'd simply post the recipes I'd created on it. As I kept doing more and more of this, I saw that people were really interested to try vegan food. Some of them turned vegan, but others wanted to just try it. Some people were interested in learning how to do this in a better way. So I started teaching vegan cooking classes. I'd do some classes on my own, and I'd also go out to existing non-vegan restaurants and cafes and work with them to do vegan events, cooking demos, introduce vegan food onto their menus. And I was thoroughly enjoying myself while I was doing all of this. The next step in the progression of all this led to running my own restaurant. For 7 years, I ran Carrots, which is one of India's pioneering vegan businesses. In fact, we were India's first 100% fully ethically vegan restaurant. The restaurant wasn't started by me. Krishna Shastri started it. I used to initially go there as a customer. I have collaborated with them to teach cooking classes, to introduce vegan food onto their menu. So when Krishna offered me a job to work at Carrots, I grabbed the opportunity. And I was very upfront with him right off the bat. I said, "See, I want to start my own vegan cafe at some point. So I'm going to work with you for a year. I'll commit, maybe more. Let's see. And then I'm going to go out and start my own thing." He was like, "Okay, yes, but join. We'd love to have you as a part." Because we had already worked together on a couple of projects, he kind of felt that I would be a good fit for his team. Fast forward to a few months into joining the business, I was sold. I was in love with this organization, everything that it stood for. Not just the vegan part, but also the way things were being run, the energy, the culture, all of it. So I invested and became a partner at Carrots. For the first couple of years, I was just having fun. I was doing all the creative stuff. I would do the marketing, develop menus, work with the team, have fun and just uplift the vibe. That was my job. My official job title was Countess of Cuisine and Jollification at Carrots Restaurant. But then Krishna had to leave India. We were at a crossroads at this point, and we were considering several options, including shutting the business down. Oh, thank God we didn't. What we decided on was to reduce the size of the restaurant, and then me taking over a bigger role in running the business, and Krishna running things, whatever he could, from the background online. At around the same time, our head chef left and Chef Ram became the head chef of Carrots. We changed a lot of things in the restaurant and we put a lot of effort to build and grow this business. All of this was done through trial and error. We struggled, we made mistakes, we learned everything the hard way. Well, in this podcast series, I'm going to help you bypass these mistakes. This is what I do. I coach vegan entrepreneurs and I help them overcome certain challenges that might come up if they do things without a proper plan of action. In 2020, the whole world changed, and in early 2021, we shut down the restaurant and I stepped away from the brand. Chef Ram took it over as a cloud kitchen and he runs it on his own. Instead of going back into running the business, I knew that my life path had changed. Throughout the years of running my business, several people had come to me for guidance to ask about how they could run their own business. And it filled me with so much joy and fulfillment to help them, to start their business, to give them ideas, or just be there as they shared their challenges and difficulties. So I became a vegan business coach. Since then to now, I have had the privilege to coach multiple people and help them with their unique challenges on this journey. Though each vegan food business owner faces their own set of unique challenges and they have their own path to follow, there are some things which are very, very common. Most people I talk to, they have similar issues, similar things that they need to overcome. So, after all these years of working with several people, I realized that I needed to build a course so that the most common issues that people face, they find a solution for it. So yeah, this podcast, it's meant to help you overcome some common challenges that vegan entrepreneurs face. Treat this limited series podcast as a course, proper course. Don't just listen to all the episodes. I'm telling you they're binge worthy, but don't just simply binge on them. You need to download the companion workbook. The link for that is in the description of this show, of this episode. Go there, click on the link, download the workbook immediately. And then download all the lessons into your podcast player, whichever one you're listening to this on. Do the lessons one by one. Listen to the episode, then go to the workbook and answer the questions. Do the homework that is related to that day's lesson. The lessons are in a specific order for a reason. So listen to all the episodes in order. They've been numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 until 21. Listen to all of them in order and do the work in the workbook in order of the lesson. I promise you, if you implement, you are going to see a shift, a change in the way you feel about your business, the way you approach things, and how things fall into place for you around your business also. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm really looking forward to hearing about the changes that you experience because of doing this course. So download the workbook right now, download all the lessons, and get to working on them. I'm very, very, very excited for you. All right, talk to you in episode number 2, which is the very first lesson in this limited series podcast. I'm Susmitha Veganosaurus, and I'm so glad you're here today and you've made the commitment to make your vegan business journey more joyful, peaceful, fulfilling, and smooth.